SVG's Jason Dackman here with another edition of the SVG New Sponsor Spotlight. We're here with up-and-coming exciting company Geotech, and I've got Patrick Wambold. He's Director of Business Development and Product at Geotech with us. Patrick, first of all, thanks so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, Jason. Looking forward to it.
So we're very excited to have you at SVG as supporting us and part of the community. But maybe some of the community isn't totally familiar with what Geotech does. So give us an idea of the technology that you guys offer and some of the ways that you've seen it deployed, especially in broadcast.
Yeah, and Jason, honestly, that is part of our problem from the get-go is we kind of work behind the scenes a lot of times, and so many people don't know kind of where we are. So we call ourselves a group that is solution-oriented consultants, more or less, that help people with their Unreal Engine, creative, and development. And I know that's kind of a mouthful, but really that kind of hits at the core of what it is we're not selling one particular product. We're helping people find a solution that fits their needs because broadcast is a very unique market. They have very unique needs, and trying to apply a one-size-fits-all really has some issues there. But what we do have is a team of about 30 plus developers that are high quality, high skilled C++ and Unreal Engine developers. We contract about 20 of those with Epic Games full time to actually help them write engine features. And so that's really why we're well suited to help our clients work in the same area. We kind of know how the sausage is made. And so that way we can really make sure that we're getting to the bottom of what it is they're trying to do and not just shove a product in their face.
For sure. Yeah. And that's perfect for our market because for a tool like Unreal Engine that has a lot of firepower, but for a market like live production and broadcast that tends to be a little high maintenance and, like you said, isn't exactly a one size fits all, you need somebody to kind of hold your hand heading into that. So, with that in mind, we certainly have seen Unreal Engine explode upon the broadcast and live sports production scene over the last years. It's absolutely been a game changer for everything from virtual production to graphics and beyond. Tell me a little bit about how you've seen the market change and how you've seen broadcast be impacted by Unreal Engine and how you guys have maybe played a role in all of that.
And Jason, I'm really glad to hear you say that because I worked there for 4 years trying to do this exact thing. And so
Great.
you kind of are saying we did a good job. And I like to hear that. But now that I'm on the outside, I can actually do things that I couldn't do while I was there. But more to your question about kind of how I see this kind of going and unfolding in the future is I think now that people are getting more familiar with the tool set, there's more training, there's more people that understand it in broadcast. We'll just continue to see it expand into other areas. Right now, it may be something that you only use on your augmented reality, or maybe you only use to render out a few clips, but there isn't a reason that you could use it for a lot bigger parts of your workflow. And that's not to say that we're going to replace everything. There's certainly tools that do certain tasks better than we do, but I think there's a giant swath of things that we could do a lot better. And as long as you have somebody to kind of finish in that last mile, so to speak, you're going to really have a lot more success.
Cool. So give me an example of something along those lines. How have you made people's lives a little easier? What are some of the requests and or demands from your customers when it comes to those Unreal workflows that you've been able to help them out with?
Sure, and I can mention on a few of them, but I'll say the one that comes up most often is content management. And this is something that there really isn't a one-to-one equivalent. People are using a combination of source control and projects and all kinds of things to try and fill this gap, but it really is a more specific question that they're really trying to get a one-to-one something that's more similar to something that they're used to using. And so
Sure.
we've had a lot of people ask about this, other things that have kind of come up in this process, or how do we deploy on-prem, off-prem, and in the cloud? A lot of people aren't really prepared to do that with Unreal yet, but we can help them with that thing, or help build solutions that are around that topic.
Very cool. Well, there's all kinds of exciting stuff. It seems like it's not a year to year or even a month to month, but a week to week. We just saw some announcements with Unity and Unreal Engine,
They keep us
this
on our
week.
toes. They certainly do.
They certainly
Yeah,
do. So to
absolutely.
have somebody that understands the intimate back end is certainly helpful. Patrick, we're super excited to have you guys at Geotech aboard at SVG, and we hope to see you at an SVG event sometime soon.
Yeah, I mean, we're planning on trying to hit to the digital one. So, I mean, but while you're at SVG New York, come talk to us. We'd love to, just tell you more about us and find out what it is that you're trying to do.
Excellent. All right. Well, definitely check these guys out at the SVG Summit in December. And to learn more, check out geotech.one. It's geotech.one, ONE. Patrick, thanks again and appreciate your time.
Thanks, Jason. We'll see you soon.